We march into Old Trafford up 3-0. No team in UEFA history has ever blown a 3-goal first leg lead. Sir, how are we feeling before this big leg 2 tie, semifinals, Athletic Bilbao, Europa League? How we doing? How we doing?
This is the crux of the biscuit in an absolutely shit season for Manchester United. It comes down to this match, do or die. We got 3 goals to the good. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Maybe it's because we've leaked many goals at Old Trafford, leaking goals in this competition, leaking goals in the league. However, we're still undefeated in Europe, and no team has ever blown the 3 goal cushion. That still doesn't make records are meant to be broken, sir. Old Trafford, we need the crowd behind us. It's going to be a huge European night for the lads.
It's a test of nerves at Old Trafford. It's a highway robbery match. You know, can Manchester United pull off the greatest coup of all in the last couple of years and sometime find a way to go from a relegation fighting team a couple months ago to lift the Europa League in a couple weeks' time back in Bilbao? So United with an unbelievable little bit of fortune as well. First leg performance, 3 goals taken away from Bilbao. I wish the away goals still mattered for something. And the reason you're nervous, the reason I'm nervous, the reason all Manchester United fans are nervous, because we know these group of bluffers. We can't believe they made it to the semifinal in the first place. We can't believe they're undefeated. I can't believe how many goals we've scored in Europe, but I've seen how we fell apart against Lyon. I know this team's tendencies, and this team, you get a goal in you get a goal conceded, and we crumble, we put our heads down, and by the time we kind of catch our breath, we could be down a couple goals. So I fear what could happen, but I'm hopeful, sir. I'm hopeful because things went our way in leg 1. I'm hoping they can go our way in leg 2.
I feel like we're just procrastinating. This whole season has been, when are they going to show up? When are they going to show up? Look, we got a little bit of luck in the first leg with the referee, but this game we need to show up. It has to be professional. No shit defending on set pieces. Like, we got to be organized. We can't be giving the ball away like we did in the first 20 minutes when Bilbao had a full strength 11. I just feel like the playing out the back has to be crisp. The passing in midfield, has to be on. Everyone has to be on their absolute A game. I've yet to see that from Manchester United. It's a full 90 minutes. The first 20 minutes of this match are everything. I think Bilbao are going to be all over us, knowing they have to score. They're going to go for broke. The question is, can we find the spaces in behind with Garnacho? Can we get Højlund a goal? Can Bruno pick out the right pass to unlock the back line of Bilbao? Because as they're pressing up the pitch, there's going to be space. But United, sometimes when we get pressed, we crumble. Which one is it going to be? If we can get through the first half, 0-0, I would say that's a huge relief to United fans. We cannot crack. We got to keep it together at Old Trafford under the lights.
And I think it all comes down to something that you just hit on, which is like it all comes down to our ability to play out of the back and whether or not Amorim insists that we have to play out of the back from minute 1. Because if I was him, I'd say fucking hoof it. Because guess what? This is not West Ham. This is a small Bilbao team. We should be able to outmuscle in the middle of the pitch, and I would just hoof the ball and not take any chances because a lot of their best chances in that first half before the whole game changed was because of our own mistakes, just giving them the ball. So like you said, they're going to be all over us. They're going to be chomping at the bit, and they know that, even though history is not on their side, never say never as it relates to this Manchester United team and their ability to ship goals, especially at home, right? We've seen that in the league all season.
Let's break down the match, sir. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Just some quick history. Like you said, only one team since 2000 has overturned a 3-goal first leg deficit. So odds are on our side. United's never conceded a 3-goal or lost a 3-goal lead after a first leg like we had in Bilbao. United remain unbeaten, sir. We're playing at Old Trafford. Going to be a great game. We know it. Under the lights, Thursday night football. What's not to like about it? And guess what? It's going to be a beautiful night for football. 60 degrees, breezy and clear. Ideal. You almost feel like you're in Bilbao. So no excuses. No rainy weather. This is weather that even the Bilbao faithful will be used to. We're eating Bar San Juan. We're going to eat some Spanish food for our hosts and see them off, hopefully, one last time in Manchester and their Europa League campaign now. Grab a snack, grab a bite before Old Trafford. John can't see the food. He can't opine on it. But Athletic Bilbao, sir. We know about them. The Lions from San Mamés.
No, absolutely. Obviously, Bilbao, they're doing well in La Liga. They play in the red and white striped shirts. Actually, it's a pretty classy kit. They come from Basque Country. It's really funny that they are known as Los Leones or the Lions because their stadium was built near a church called Saint San Mamés, which was named after Saint Mamés, who was an early Christian who was thrown to the lions by the Romans. Is really interesting. You're naming your team after the animal that ate your patron saint. But look, it's like Game of Thrones out in Basque Country, and it's going to be Game of Thrones at Old Trafford. They're currently fourth in La Liga. They finished fifth last season. Sir, tell us about Ernesto Valverde. We got a taste for what he was about in the first leg.
We've seen that mean mugging face before. He's a name throughout Spanish football and European football as well. 61-year-old Spaniard, three-time Copa del Rey winner, 2 La Liga titles with Barcelona, led Athletic to the 2015 Supercopa, and he's done pretty well thus far with Bilbao. He also was PSG manager for a short time. He likes to favor the 4-2-3-1, morphing into a 4-3-3, likes fast, wide breaks, compact mid-block, and big games. Which we should expect to see a lot of, sir. We know how they line up. They're going to be pressing the shit at United. This is going to be the big thing to watch is, do Amorim's men stick with playing at the back, even knowing that they're going to be all over them, all over United, that is, and knowing how good Bilbao was, at least pressing us in that first leg. Players.
Well, for United on the tactical side is going to be how aggressive we are with the wing backs, because we know that Bilbao are going to be coming at us, and we saw issues when we were 11v11 at the San Mamés Arena, where we got caught out with the wingbacks up the pitch, and they were finding those pockets of space behind the wingbacks. Also, with only 2 in midfield, they had 3. There was an overload. They were finding tons of space. United was sort of all over the shop. Lindelof turning it away. Ugarte had a bad giveaway. So you combine bad giveaways with open space on the wing for the Williams brothers, you're going to get punished. And I have to think we have to be much more conservative with our wing backs, defensive minded first, right? We have a 3-goal lead. That's where the manager has to be thinking. And then we're going to look at Garnacho trying to get in the channel in behind, because when they're pushing up, the ball that Bruno Fernandes can play in behind to Garnacho to ice him, or maybe even cross and get Højlund involved to get that goal, to give us some breathing room to get into the final. That's what it's all going to be about.
That's it. Conserve the lead. Don't make any big mistakes. And just manage the damage. Let's talk about damage. These are the players to watch. We know them well. Nico Williams, of course, was a threat throughout that game. He has picked up a sports hernia, did not feature over the weekend when they played Real Sociedad. Supposed to be 50-50. Same with Oihan Sancet, who missed leg 1, but he's their top scorer at the moment in La Liga. And then, of course, look, if you go the top 3 most valuable players, Danny Vivian is right behind him. He was the player that was red carded in leg 1. He will not be available for leg 2. My bet is that both Williams and Sancet make it for this game. I mean, it's like
the sports hernia is basically he's not 100%.
Right.
He's gonna go. I mean, I think that's just like
he's gonna go.
Finnish manager being a little clever here. I think he was not 100% in the first leg, and they're not going to play him in the league to just save him up for the big game here.
Yeah, and I think Sancet, I don't know how far he is, but these are the type of moments where you need a player like that, so they're going to push themselves to try and be available. I would not be shocked if both feature for Athletic Bilbao on Thursday at Old Trafford. Talk about recent results. Obviously, we played them last week. Since then, they had a near derby, their Basque rivals, Real Sociedad. We got to go to that fabulous stadium. It was a 0-0. There was quite a bit of rotation in advance of our big game on the weekend. We talked about our record before them in the past, but I just thought this was kind of worth pointing out. We did have a 3-0 tie with them in the past, 1957, a year before the Munich air disaster, almost to the day, incredibly. And then, we did proceed in this tournament, but I just thought that was, I didn't pick up on that last time because I never figured we would win 3-0 in Bilbao, but we have won 3-0 in Bilbao. We have advanced before, but I'm hoping it's not 5-3. I wouldn't put it past United.
Yeah, but we were the ones who came back. We lost 5-3 in the first leg, then scored 3 to get through in 1957. Look, rich history in Europe. Usually Spanish sides are getting the best of us. I feel like our eyes are looking at the final with Spurs, and whenever you're in that situation, and you got a shaky back line that's shipping 4 at the weekend, which is the exact number you can't concede. It's just going to be a nervy day this Thursday.
Hoofball. Let's keep it to hoofball. I think that is the MO if we want to survive at least that early onslaught, because it's coming. The player to watch, he featured a bit Unai Simón, their highly rated Spanish goalkeeper. I'm hoping that we put him under a lot of pressure throughout the game. Like you said, I think the opportunities to get in behind, they're obviously going to be looking to get goals. They're going to be exposing themselves, especially in the second half. If they haven't chipped away at that lead, they're going to be going all in. So that's when you want to ice the game, right? A Garnacho over the top, even Hoyland with his pace, Dogu, Ahmad coming off the bench, Mason Mount, your boy, sir. He's due for a big game in Europe after scoring on the weekend. Let's get into United's 11. This is the 11 from the last game at Bilbao. Let's just get into the folks listening in. Onana was in net. It was a back three of Euro, Maguire, Lindelof, Dogu left wing back, Maz right wing back, two holders. Went for strength. Ugarte and Casemiro, Bruno on the left wing, Garnacho on the right wing, Hoyland up front. Sir, what do you think will be the changes from Ruben Amorim in advance of this? It looks like De Ligt is out for the foreseeable future. They still haven't really given us an update. It's still kind of early in the week. Obviously, this is coming out on Tuesday, but he looks to be out. So given that, what are you going with?
Yeah, no, from what I've read with De Ligt, he is going to be out. Now, look, because I would like to see Bruno dropping the 2 just because it was so sloppy 11v11, and I think we need somebody who can actually like handle, being on the ball with pressure behind him, playing out the press. And Ugarte and Casemiro, look, they can play the low block, they're good in defense, but they're not helping relieve the pressure. I feel like you're going to need Bruno to unlock that pass, relieve the press. You could put Mason Mount up front with Garnacho and Hoyland. That would be a look. I do not think it's going to happen. I think the manager is going to play this exact team. Now Lindelof is in there. That just is electric chair material.
Heartburn.
The De Ligt injury is horrific. I feel like he was angling to start this game. The fact Heaven is still out as well doesn't give you a lot of options. And Euro, Maguire, and Lindelof, those guys. Look, Maguire I think is playing very well. Lindelof and Euro make me a little nervous. Those two alongside Maguire, you just like a De Ligt, Maguire, Lindelof, or De Ligt, Maguire, Euro. Much more stability there. Yeah, Euro and Lindelof into the soup, and you concede 1 or 2. It's gonna be a rough day at the office.
No, it's amazing how much just like steadiness you lose from De Ligt. De Ligt on the right side with Maguire in the middle and Euro on the left. Without Martinez available for most of the season, probably our best back three. They've looked solid. Euro's in his favorite position on the left side. He doesn't look as good on the right. I'm about to do that. I think the change, he'll do the identical 11, I think. He'll stick with Ugarte, Casemiro. I would agree. I would put Bruno deeper because I think you're more likely to kill the game earlier because you'll be able to get that killer pass over the top and have Garnacho, Mount, Hoyland get a goal.
Or take a foul, I just feel like he's more tricky to get you want Bruno more involved. If you don't
possible,
or play him a little deeper. Now you could still play this formation and then kind of adjust it where Bruno's kind of dropping in deep to help with playing out the back. So the score sheet could look very similar, and then actually you're playing it differently. But we're going to have to change it. The way that we played at Bilbao for the first 20 minutes was not working.
No.
And we cannot go with the same 11 and the same game plan. That would be insanity.
You got to change one of them. The 11.
But I don't like that. I don't like him coming into a 2 right now. He's kind of getting there, but I really think Bruno would, as much as I hate to play him in that position, it's like you want your best player getting the ball a lot. You don't want him we're not trying to score goals here.
No, I tend to agree, but I think they're going to go defend. And I think the only change we'll see is Shaw for Lindelof. The odds. Let's talk about the odds. The odds for the game alone, plus 105 for United, plus 250 for the draw, plus 230 for Athletic Bilbao. One thing I just have to call out, odds to qualify for the next round. Manchester United minus 10,000. Athletic Bilbao plus 2,500. I just had to, sir, never say never. But knowing this group of bluffers, I wouldn't put it outside of that. Sir, what? Okay, prediction game. John picked up a nice little 3-pointer over the weekend. What was I thinking calling a draw with this group? He called the defeat against Brentford accurately, so he takes a 3-point little clip. He's ahead by 12 points. I'm sure I'll wait for the gloating in a second. But you're up, big guy. Big prediction. Not many games left. What is your score prediction for Leg 2, Atletico Bilbao, Semifinals, Europa League, preeminent competition in European football. Come on.
Look, it's a nervy one. I want to go with the draw, but I think, United is probably going to concede two, score one. We're going to lose, but uh, it's going to be nervy. I think we're going to lose the game, win the tie, on to the final. So, sir, it's really a win. But it's going to be, I think we're going to score one. I think we're going to concede. We're not just going to concede one. That's not how that's going to work. So I'm thinking 2-1 Bilbao. That's what I'm going to go with.
2-1 Bilbao. Lock it in. I also think we will concede 2 goals, but I think we will score 2 goals. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw, enough to get us into the final, back to Bilbao, and we'll see how the score prediction shakes out from there, sir. But a big, big game ahead, as big of a game as ARD has seen, I would say. We have seen the Europa League final. Villarreal crashed out. In some ways, obviously, FA Cup, 2 FA Cup finals, EFL final, but this is the most important one to date because it's like, it's a get out of jail free card. It's a get out of jail free card.
The importance of this game, and if we get to the final, we can break down kind of what that would mean. But the importance of this game, up 3-0, coming home,
bottling it and dropping the chili.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's one of those where these players have to give everything for the 90 minutes. There's a certain level of professionalism. Look, I know that we got a lot of new players playing together, but it's just been sloppy. Like even the first leg of like the giveaways in the places we were giving Bilbao the ball, it's like we have to play with. It's got to be meant like, look, these are good players. We just have to be we have to be sharp. We have to anticipate like hell for the first 20 minutes. We can't give the deer in the headlights look that we've done so many times, and it's like we got to get it together, and we got to try to win this competition because there's a lot riding on it. And let's just professional day at the office and go home, and then go to the final. Like, but I just this team has never shown me that. They really haven't. Like, think of Leon, like up 2-0. And
up a man
there, so it's like I'm just really kind of expecting just the most insane thing I've ever seen once again, hopefully that we win. But I would just like to see a professional, sharp performance from Manchester United for once.
I want players dialed in for all 90 minutes. Like you said, key, focus. They should be focused the entire match. They should not check out the entire match. And that's what's going to take to see this game out. Atletico is playing for pride. They still think they can make it to the final. They still can. And they're going to be coming at United from minute 1 till the end of stoppage time. So
if Lindelof gets beat with a header on the far
post, don't. That's for the final. I remember that.
No, but like, yeah, that's the Europa League final. Lindelof looking like this.
How many times have you seen that?
And just like the opponent just boom. Like it's like if that's really what I'm worried about.
I think it's the play on the back. Just huff it. Just play huffball. You don't need to play.
No, we haven't talked about like.
Yeah. A couple howlers, bro.
Like giving goals, like he's due for a bad giveaway.
In 2 games. You remember leg 1 against Lyon? Jesus.
Well, we're gonna win it. It's not gonna be nervy. Yada yada yada. Look, quick PSA for the podcast, sir. If you like the American Devils, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, comment below. Let us know what you think the score will be for this amazing game. Will United get to the final? Can United win the final? Grab some merch, grab a hat, grab a shirt at americanrevels.store. You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils. And you can check out our website for all great fan blog content at americanrevels.com. So you can tell about iTunes reviews, other ways to support the podcast.
Appreciate all the Manchester United American Devil fans supporting ARD. It goes a long way. Like John said, another great way to support the pod is write 5-star reviews on iTunes or Spotify. If you do so and take a screenshot of the review, 5-star review, of course, send it to americanrevels@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. Keep the merch buys coming. We sent out some Glazer Out scarves, sir. The Glazer Outs have not been quieted just yet, so they want them out of the club. Let's do top 10 downloads last 7 days. Appreciate every single one of you. Number 1, how you doing? How you doing? Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, Dublin, Ireland, Houston, Texas, Melbourne, Australia, Brooklyn, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Portland, Oregon, Charlotte, North Carolina, and last but not least, San Diego, California. Couldn't do without you. Whoo, this is it. This is it. Let's go. Come on, boys. You can do it. Don't let us down. Don't let us down. For the love of God, we blow this. It's going to be a long, painful summer that will find no exit, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing all you on the other side. I see the Trafford end horizon, sir. That Trafford end's got to be in fine voice on Thursday. Let's go, lads. Let's bring home a dub, and let's get to the Europa League final in Bilbao on the 21st of May. Come on.
Come on, United.